Hey YouTube, it's your beekeeper here. What are we doing this weekend? This is the Labor Day weekend. For a change, I'm around this weekend. I was out of town last weekend up north. I'm going to be up north again this coming up weekend, the 10th. So I've got a real narrow window of opportunity to get all the grasses cut around here, clean up around the house, get caught up. Yeah, because it's back to work next week, and then I'm up north again for the stuff I'm dealing with up there. But I want to get the rear axle yanked out of this today, and hopefully this week I can get it off to the rebuilders. If you remember, January 5th, 2017, I shredded the front and rear drive line on this rig. It sat in a snowbank for 4 months, I think is what it was. I have to check and see. I don't remember when I rescued it. I want to say it was around May. Yeah, it had to have been May. The front axle was just a broken hub, and I picked up a set of worn premium locking hubs, and that's all it was. Just clipped in the front, put it in 4 high, and I was able to drive it. And there's a video on my channel about that, Operation Suburban Rescue. However, with the shredded ring and pinion gear in the back end was locking up, and you know, that is what it is. But so the front axle's good. We've got the Suburban moved over to the center-ish of the driveway where I can work on either side. I'll just put the Toyota here while this is getting fixed. And we are going to get this out. It's late in the day. It's about 4:30 because it was a little warmer. It was unseasonably hot today. And I'll go ahead and put a picture of what the temperature was earlier this morning when I first wanted to come out here and do this, so I decided against it and took care of some other stuff, like raking leaves and watering grass, you know, because when it gets this hot, everything just turns to a crispy critter. And I know it's all relative. Some people are going to go, oh, it's always that hot in my area. Yeah, well, it's not here. I'm in Northern California, right along the coast. Our average temperature out here is about 63 degrees. And to get over 100, I think yesterday it peaked out in my little town, it peaked out at about 104 degrees, 103, something like that. But that's hot for us, you know. So it is what it is. I ain't complaining. I'm just explaining why I'm waited till 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's still 97 degrees out here right now, but it's more comfortable than 101 or 103 or whatever. So let's go ahead and I'll set you up. We'll get this thing jacked up. This shouldn't take long if everything goes as planned. I'll put some earplugs in, get some air tools going, and we'll be back in just a flash. Alright, so with the axle out of the way, I'm going to have the opportunity to power wash and clean some things under here, which makes me happy. These rear leaf springs, you see the discoloration there. With the load on it, with weight on it, and with it clamped to the axle, it was hard for me to get grease in there with all the off-road and mud stuff that I've done throughout the years. I know I've pushed some dust and stuff in there. So the plan is, now that it's not clamped, I'm going to loosen these. Just loosen it, not remove it, but hit it with a wire wheel, oil everything up, maybe put a coat of paint on it. I don't know, we'll see. Power wash, maybe just power wash, and oil it up to keep the rear axle from squeaking. I didn't take the airbags off because I don't have a leak. These things will hold air for a year, and honestly, and probably longer if I don't, you know, inflate or deflate, but I don't have any leaks in the system, so I didn't want to mess with it, because their leaks are sometimes a pain in the neck. And I put these in, these are about 20 years old, these Firestone bags. And then when I put everything back together, my plan is to put, if anybody sees these square bodied, they always look like they're sagging in the back end. Half of that is because they do sag, and half of that is because of the cut of the fender wells. But normally I run about 50 pounds of air in this, just to give the back end an inch or two of lift, to make it a little rake in the back, which actually makes it look level. So the downside of that is that 50 pounds in these, 50 or 60 pounds in these airbags, makes kind of for a rough ride when you don't have any weight in the truck. So the plan is to get new U-bolts anyway, because I don't reuse U-bolts when I pull an axle, because they stretch, and I don't, you know, for a few extra bucks to replace all 4 U-bolts, it's peace of mind. So I'll just get ones that are a little bit longer, and I'll put a 2-inch block, and 2-inch blocks for these rigs are super cheap. And that's that. Yep. Clean it, oil it, stop the squeaks. Oh yeah. And then coming around here, we have the almighty General Motors 10-bolt rear axle. Yep. The old GM 10-bolt, nothing special. I'm going to stick with the same, going with a complete rebuild. Bearings, seals, put a new differential in there, get rid of this one-legger, and going with a limited slip, posi-track, whatever you want to call it. I believe they're called limited slip in this year. My Pontiac is posi-track, but whatever. Stick with the same gears, 342, so they match the front axle. Well, the same gear ratio, not the same gears, as evidenced by these that are fajited inside the pumpkin. Alright, well, it's a long weekend. It is Labor Day. I'm going to have me a cold brew. This took maybe an hour and a half, maybe. Took me longer because I was repositioning the camera. But I'm going to take me a shower and have a cold beer and enjoy the rest of this Labor Day weekend. Hopefully we can get this out to the rebuilders next week. We'll see what it goes. I'll keep you guys up to date. All right, gotta go, gotta run. See ya!